Yeah, right this minute on our way back to Chi-Town. But I'm going to get out the way because, listen, some companies have CEOs, but we've got the best. The best, the hardest working CEO that I have ever seen in my life. Melissa Boston, yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know who are here for the very first time, you are so honored. I'm so privileged to introduce her as a woman who I've gotten to know, and her background is just so phenomenal. She's a social media strategist, but because we're here, it's because she was given a vision, and that name Wakanna dropped in her spirit, and the rest is history. Melissa, are you there?
I am here, Dr. Ross. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, wonderful. Hey, you know what? It's always such a blessing and a treat when I have a chance to hear from you. And I'm just humbled. I am amazed because you are someone who is so modest. I mean, you're giving me these great accolades. But as one of our Emerald directors, you're helping all of us succeed in this business, all the things that you do to help us, whether it's updating YouTube, getting out some great content. Your trainings are amazing. So just so that you know how much we love you, how much we appreciate you. And I know that Houston, Texas is absolutely on fire. I mean, to have our phenomenal CSO there for the whole weekend. I mean, we literally, you guys had it all to yourself. So I know how extraordinary that was, and how these bioscans truly are sweeping the country, from coast to coast. And so, again, thank you for all that you do. And hey, Phyllis, we're wishing and praying for safe traveling, mercy for you. And I want to welcome everyone to the line. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome all of our brand new distributors. For those of you who might just be tuning in, I want to say hello and good morning to you as well. And for those of you who have ranked it up, okay, whether you've hit our gold, dispensary, our bronze, our platinum, our silver, we want to just say congratulations to each and every one of you. And for those of you who've actually went out there and hit pearl, perhaps you've hit jade or sapphire, ruby, emerald, diamond, we want to say hello, good morning to you and welcome as well. Yes, we are Wakanna. I want to thank you for waking up this morning to Wakanna and love to share first our vision and mission. Our vision is we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Our mission is we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. And so what I want to do this morning, of course, hope everyone first had a safe and amazing weekend. I know, here in Chicago, we never know what weather we're going to get, so we are prepared for all four seasons. But it was a beautiful weekend. At the end of the day, it was great to just get some sunshine, right? To get out, have the chance to get some oxygen, to rejuvenate, the spirit. And hopefully each and every one of you had an exciting weekend as well. Safe travels also to Erica, Troy, her parents, Mr. John and Mrs. Irma. They were all here in the Chi-Town. It was exciting seeing them at the dispensary. Had a chance to, tour, the parents, around the facility there. And it's always just great when you, as distributors, come through Chicago. Please always feel free to stop on by. We always love to ensure that you have a chance to see your second home, because we say welcome home to Wakanna. Also, too, I have some exciting news. I received a phone call early morning, from Doris Mosley with some exciting news. So stay tuned. I'm going to talk a little bit about that conversation, but you really want to tune in at 2:30 to save our strand so that you can really get all the details and understand how you can utilize and leverage our SOS, our hemp-powered hair, to grow your business. When Phyllis talks about getting at least 1,000 CV per month, when I listened to what Doris shared, I was like, man, this is game over. We can all have 1,000 CV per weekend, okay? Literally just through the hair program alone, not to mention what we're doing with the flat belly lifestyle and the bioscans. And so there's just so many opportunities here at Wakanna. Speaking of flat belly lifestyle, we did have another certification this past weekend for group number 3. So that happened on Saturday. Thank you all who participated. Even on the panel side, I believe the training went almost 4 hours. Always great to have Christian Phillips there. I know Willie Mooney chimed in to help us out too. So it was just an exciting training this weekend, and then we followed it up on Sunday with our presentation. And, we're now working to get those numbers, back up. I know we haven't really been advertising a lot on social media just because there's a lot of infrastructure being built out for the Flat Belly. Sometimes they say you slow down to speed up, and just know the team's been working hard, okay? A lot of great tools coming out. We've been working on some postcards, some brochures, had a chance to talk with Phyllis last week, and she was really excited about what's happening with the church and the faith-based organizations and how there's so much interest in them doing bioscans, but they need more details. They need more information. So we did put together a letter, and so that letter will actually get out to all of our wellness coaches. If you're certified with the bioscan, you're going to actually have a chance to present your pastors, with the letter. But also, too, guys, the letter's the first part, but we do want to also have a full panel brochure specifically for the churches so they can have a chance to see who we are, have a chance to learn more about what this bioscan is, but do it in a way that doesn't overdo it, because a lot of times when you lead with just so much information, people get confused. And when I think back in 2013, when, we just released the Proverbs Diet, we had a group of wellness coaches as well. In fact, some of you on the line were some of those wellness coaches. We would go to churches and even schools to educate. But what we always found is when you pique their interest by being more, just building curiosity, that don't give them all the details. Most faith-based groups will invite you in when it comes to helping to empower their congregation, when it comes to helping empower their church. A lot of times they love, special speakers that come in and talk about different subjects, whether it's nutrition. And what's exciting is some of you now have taken that step to become certified. So you're not just coming in now as some random speaker, you're now certified as a wellness coach. That's going to give you so much leverage, right? So you want to start having those type of conversations now with these big groups, because it's going to open up so many doors. And so again, we've already created the letter, because really that's that first introduction that you want to make. But then we did go ahead and put together, again, not too much detail, but just enough to hopefully go ahead and make them now get truly excited about the platform. So there is a follow-up brochure as well that's going to give them a lot more details that you're going to be able to send electronically. You're going to actually be able to have these printed out. So there's just going to be a lot of opportunities for you as a wellness coach to really look at the various ways that you can actually go out and grow your business. And also, too, I want to give a shout out to Mal Mitchell. Had a great conversation with her Saturday via email. We had a great chat, and it was really involving some tools for the Flat Belly lifestyle. Sometimes, our marketing team, we get a little, what do you call, caught up in what we call trying to always take something and almost not reinvent the wheel, but, building things from scratch, right? But Ma said something so powerful. She says, these banners are really phenomenal. Why don't we just make brochures that really have the content from the banners? And it's like, duh, that was like such a great idea. And so we actually have the team now converting our banners to little mini brochure types. It'll have a few more details and area for you as a wellness coach, or for you as someone who's into the healthy lifestyle, to put your contact details. But again, sometimes you just have to simplify so that we can go to that next level. And I just love that. That was such a great idea. And also, too, now it means we can convert that same thing to postcards. So just know the tools that you guys have been looking for, the tools that you've been searching for, these are now going to be made available where you can access those right in your back office. And again, as wellness coaches, some of you will get these emailed where you're going to have electronic versions of them as well, which will help you facilitate growing your business even faster. And so again, I'm just excited about that, because just to know where we started, this was a conversation back in October, products finally came out right in time, for Cyber Monday. And now all of a sudden, here we are, and you can just see that this is a division alone that constantly is at the top of the list. And we can just imagine where it's going to be over the next 12 months, as now you have tools, you have brochures, you have workshops that you're going to do, with churches and schools. I mean, this is absolutely going to explode, okay? And so this Thursday, we actually have a couple of exciting things happening. In fact, we actually have for our group 3 and anyone in group 1 and 2 that wants to participate, you can as well. But we're doing a live bioscan from 5 to 7 on Thursday. It's a private event, so this is not open to the general public. It's not open to distributors that are not a part of the wellness coaching group. But I wanted to mention that because following that at 7 o'clock, we do have an event that will be open to the general public, okay? And so first there's a private training, and then at 7 o'clock, we actually have Dr. Rita, Dr. Eric, Dr. Doug, and if you don't remember Dr. Doug, that's the chiropractor who was on at our last conference. We also have Dr. Juanita, okay? And this is exciting because they're going to actually have a chance to teach us all about not only mitotrol, so you're going to learn about mitotrol and how it really works to improve microcirculation, but many of you purchased the Wellness in a Box, okay? You have your bands, you have those purple balls, and now you're wondering, hey, how can I really leverage this every single day to take my health to the next level? And so they're going to give you some more support, some more training. It's going to be a great conversation for you to also have guests look in because they're going to want to learn how they can improve their microcirculation as well. And so this is going to be a very powerful event, again, live at the Wakanna headquarters. There is also a Zoom that we'll have for those of you who will be in other areas. Perhaps you're not here in Chicago. And so we have sent that Zoom link out already to all of our wellness coaches. So if you are a wellness coach, make sure you get this information out to your team. Let them know they can plug in, whether via Zoom or they can plug in at the Wakanna headquarters. Also, too, that day is going to be a super busy day because our book group, so for all of you who've been selected for the recipe group, in fact, your documents that we talked about last week, check your email because Hello Sign, those go out from Hello Sign, so check that. But we're going to have our meeting this Thursday at 3 p.m. still via Zoom. So that's going to still happen, okay? So all day long, just different things happening. Stay plugged in, get your Zoom links so that you know exactly where you need to plug in. Then, of course, it's Memorial Day weekend coming up. Following that, then we have Jamaica. So you can just see it doesn't stop, right? There's always something exciting here happening at Wakanna. Can't wait, okay, for Jamaica, guys. It is going to truly be a trip of a lifetime. Just so many exciting things planned for the group. You guys are going to just be in heaven, okay? I mean, it's an all-inclusive, phenomenal, top-of-the-line resort. So we're going to have just all the luxuries and amenities you can imagine, but just the chance to be there with such amazing weather, putting our feet in the sand, having a chance to test those temperatures. I'm telling you what, folks, our life is starting to look like most people's vacations, okay? So we are super jacked up about that. And then, of course, Father's Day, we've been promoting those 2 exciting specials. These are great opportunities for you to really connect with your team, connect with your distributors, let them know what's happening, connect with your customers. And so you really want to start building the energy for your business. I always tell people, you know, a lot of times whenever the business has their, what we call the ebbs and flows of business, sometimes you have exciting months where you have records you're breaking. And then sometimes, you know, we get into those summer months when people start getting the summer fever. And we have more than a summer fever, guys. We have the pandemic fever because at the end of the day, most people haven't really been out, okay, for a few years now. I mean, think about it. This came in 2020. It's now 2022. So for 2 years, most people have felt the sense of being locked up, okay, not having a chance to have true freedom, okay? And so now just imagine, you know, everybody in their mind, and now we're starting to physically manifest this. What do they want to, they want to get out, people want to go, they want to travel, okay? And so right now you might think, oh, you know, it's not the time to work my business because I'm not seeing as much traction as I was seeing before. But just know this is the perfect time to work your business. And here's why, okay? You know, I've always learned when the masses are going in one direction, you want to really ask yourself, do I want to follow that same direction, right? Because when you think about it, you know, most people at the age of retirement, they're either dead broke or they're dead, okay? And so we have a choice, not only just to make healthier lifestyle choices so that we can be our best, but also to make better choices as it relates to our wealth building. And just know that these are the times to plant the seeds. These are the times to really keep going out there and doing the thing, okay? When you look at Phyllis and Dr. Roz and see what they're doing, when you're looking all over the country and you see what they're doing in Louisiana, what they're doing in Massachusetts, what they're doing right here in Illinois, you know that this is not the time to stop. We just got back from Maryland, okay? You heard our exciting leaders, Beatrice Foster and Erica Zachary, give their amazing testimonials. See, this is not the time to stop because so many people need us. And what's exciting is those who stay focused, they keep planting those seeds day after day. You have to make your business sometimes monotonous, where you get up every day, you do the thing to get the power. But what happens is for those who are planting the seeds in May, June, you're going to see some things that happen over the summer. I'm telling you what, you're going to see some months this summer that's going to have some great activity, especially around our 7-10 conference, our July Freedom Conference. But here's the reality, guys. We know that a lot of this is building up because whenever you plant the seed, they never grow in the same season in which you plant those seeds. And so we know that you're planting right now for an explosive October and November, okay? So yes, the seeds that you planted a couple months ago, those are going to be the ones that are going to manifest in your business in the month of June and July, and that's exciting, but you have to get ahead of it. You can't wait into the month that you're trying to go to the next level and then all of a sudden plant those seeds thinking you're going to go to that next level that month. That's not how this business works, okay? And so you want to right now just make up your mind to really get focused, to ask yourself, wow, this is going to be an exciting year. They're closing out the Founding Members Program. Where do I really see myself for 2022? So you want to make goals not just for the week, not just for the day, not just for the month, but you want to have a goal for 2022. Where do you want your business to end up? Do you want to be diamond? When we have our record-breaking closeout for the Founders Program, do you see yourself going double diamond? See, in order for you to hit those goals, you don't want to wait until October and then all of a sudden you're trying to scramble. See, people who are really successful in businesses like this, they are super strategic folks. They understand timing, they understand positioning, and they understand what they should be doing on a daily basis so that they're preparing for that next harvest that's coming, okay? And so I want you to get busy. I want you right now to be out there planting seeds. I want you to set up those scanning events, those scanning parties, and really get excited because this is the right time. We are at the right place, but the question is, are you hungry, right? Because when you really think about it, the people that sometimes don't do their business, a lot of times it could just be that maybe you need to learn more about it, but a lot of times it's just that inner hunger, right? It's they don't have that same hunger, and sometimes it's because people have a choice. I remember my mentor, whenever I asked her about the business and success, well, she said she didn't have a choice because at the time she learned about that business that changed her life, she was sleeping in her car. She was homeless. And so for her, working her business was a necessity. She had to do it. But see, a lot of times we have the luxuries of life, okay? Even if you feel like maybe it's not your dream home, it's not your dream car, you start to settle, right? We get complacent, because we're tired of rejection. We don't want people to tell us no. We don't want to bother our family and friends. So we just get complacent. We start accepting, the status quo. We start accepting our life, and we all of a sudden, guess what? We lose that hunger. We lose that desire. And so you really have to find out what's that fire within, okay? What is the why in your life? What is that thing that keeps you up at night? What is it in you, right, that's going to make you get focused, get motivated to get out of bed, okay? And when I think about Doris Mosley, I mean, truly, Doris, if you're out there and I know you are, but you are my shero, okay? I mean, that call this morning just lit such a fire under me. Because when I think about what Doris has been through over the last 4 weeks, but then to go out there like the champion she is, like the shero she is, and just shut it down on Saturday, to work an event, with over 9,000 people, to work an event where she was on stage speaking and pouring her heart and soul out into the audience about how they can save their strands. And when you think about that, folks, and so she ended up having a panel discussion, a booth, she was able to scan, a few dozen people. In fact, do you know that she sold on the spot 10 of our complete SOS systems, okay, 25 Empowered Hair. I mean, that's literally thousands of dollars in sales. I mean, I was just blown away. She said, in fact, They just couldn't scan enough people. I mean, people were lined up. There were lines of people and just didn't have enough people to, I mean, can you imagine, right? If we had dozens of you, able to do that. And here's what I will say, guys. In life, you have to look for that silver lining, right? See, oftentimes the most unimaginable things happen in our life. I remember when I got that call, about 4 weeks ago today, about Doris and about her hand. And I was just in prayer, because we know, this is her livelihood. Her hands are her livelihood. And to know she went through that type of trauma with one of her hands. But God is so good, and in fact, immediately when I had a chance to talk to Doris, I was so encouraged because I knew right then she was going to be fine. I knew right then. I mean, they were able to do surgery. She was making literally a miraculous recovery. Of course, a lot of it still is going to be a long-term therapy process. The doctor told her about a year before she really sees herself fully back to normal. But the reality is, guys, just knowing what she was faced with, the odds that were against her, sometimes what the enemy intends for bad, God turns everything around to our good. And just to see what she's doing now and how she's leveraging the platform of her voice, okay, of just even doing that scalp scan that she's doing to really change the lives of people, that is so powerful, guys. Because when I think about our community, when I think about African-American women and minority women, we suffer so much trauma related to our hair. Not just alopecia, I mean, because that's one part of it. But when you think about how society has tried to dictate, what textures are appropriate, what styles are appropriate. And when you think about this hair industry and how it's almost $90 billion and how we've been the ones they've ignored, okay? They've ignored us, but who spends, probably the most money on our hair? We get ignored, but we're out there spending our money, and now it's time for us to build a multi-billion-dollar brand for ourselves. We know that a woman's crown, right? Her hair is a crown. And so it's exciting to know that we even have the solution for that. And I just really see our hair division, as really being that next evolution, that next area we really focus on. And I really see Doris really help leading the charge. Her vision is just extraordinary. And what she's doing with that scalp scan, and if you've not heard about this yet, okay, you've missed out, I'm sure, on our 230 Save Our Strands. See, that's why we tell you, plug in. You need to know what's happening, guys. But she actually does a scalp scan, okay, where just like we're doing the bioscan, she's able to assess for women what's happening at the level of the cell in the hair, what's happening with the hair shafts and some of the damaged areas, the inflammation they're dealing with. And do you know how many people turn around and then want to have the solution? And she's able to offer to them our Save Our Strands, our system plus empowered hair. And to have that type of success, guys, and she's one person, right? So can we imagine when Doris now is helping us certify hair specialists, right? Where you guys can actually be hair scalp scanning as well, just like the bioscan. And that's just going to open up so much opportunity. And we just see that as being really that next evolution and just solving problems, guys. Here we are focused on the health and the wellness sector, but now to able to really help on the beauty sector as well. I just say that means it's game over, okay? So stay tuned, We don't know when that's going to launch, guys, but just be patient with us, okay? In the meanwhile, what do you need to do? You need to jump on her call so you can get the nuggets. You can see what's happening. You can find out how you can go out and push 10 SOS kits in a weekend, right? And literally being one person, 25 empowered hair, having people lined up to want to know about your products, okay? And that's the exciting thing too, as it really relates to the bioscan. So we have that same power already on the wellness side. And so what you want to do right now is run with that. For those of you who already got certified, perhaps you're in class now, all summer long, this is what you want to focus on, right? You want to really focus on that, getting out there doing those scan parties and get ready, okay? Because just know that this is going to keep getting better and better. There's always going to be something exciting we're going to add to help take your business to that next level. And so with that being said, I know we have some awesome and amazing updates from Shannon King who's going to give you our report. And so, Shannon King, if you're out there, our VP of Operations, can you let them know what's happening in the world of operations?
Hi, I hope you guys can hear me.
We can.
Okay, hello everybody. Sorry, actually got on the call late, so I think that what I'm doing is just giving an update as to what our stats look like from May 1st through the 23rd. So we have 826 new orders in the system. 826 new orders in the system in May so far, and that's absolutely awesome. And then we have 241 new customers and 437 repeat customers. And so you guys, this time our average order value is $123.57. So top selling products by revenue. First place is the Flat Belly 21 Day Cleanse at $23,388. In second place, you guys know it always makes the list, the Extreme Pain Relief 400 milligrams at $11,378, followed by the Flat Belly 7 Day Phase 3 at $5,217. And then we have the 420 Global Expo Pack at $4,990, and the Power Gummies 500 milligrams at $3,995. Top selling products by quantity. First place, the Extreme Pain Relief 400 milligram pain cream. 227 of those were sold just on the website. And the blood type kit is in second place at 160. 160 people got their blood type tested probably this month. Then we've got the Power Gummies 500 milligrams in the bottle at 103. And then we have the Broad Spectrum Gummies in the bottle at 95. And then we have the Flight 300 pre-rolls at 80. So that is my report for May. You guys keep up the good work.
That is so awesome, Shannon. Just appreciate you so much. And hey, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you're writing that down, but it always reminds you of really where you should be focused. I mean, we know the pain cream is always going to be at the top of the list or in the top 5 at least. So that's definitely an area that you want to stay focused on. But just to see the Flat Belly, okay, it's dominating in revenue. I mean, if you want your business to explode, you better be focused on that Flat Belly Phase 3, okay? I mean, that is super exciting. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so with that being said, just a reminder, today at 2:30 p.m. Central, we need you to load it up on our SaveOurStrands.com. You want to hear about all the exciting things that happen if you have hairstylists that's been sitting on the fence when Doris Mosley lets them know what's going on. I mean, they're going to want to be a part of this, so you want to get them on the call today. I know it's going to be supercharged, super powerful, and you're not going to want to miss a single nugget they drop today. Our corporate Zoom will happen at 7:30 p.m. We kick it off with DJ Dr. Roz, and so you don't want to miss the party. And then at 8 o'clock, our presentation, and you know you're always going to hear something exciting, and you're going to also be able to have a chance to witness a live infusion from our very own Shannon King. And then, of course, tomorrow, we want you to wake up bright and early and join us for the Diamond Factory, led by our awesome and amazing Chief Sales Officer, Phyllis Nash. And we want you all to have a Wakanna day. And I'm going to see you where? At the top, the very top, the tip top.
The organizer has ended this